All right, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. All right, hello, good morning, good afternoon, some audio stuff in the background. All right, hello. And I wasn't able to kind of get it going. I wasn't able to get it working properly, which is a bit of a challenge. We just changed audio systems and just changed some settings. So, I think you should hear music, but I also think it's super loud, which is a bit of a pain. Let me just try and sort that out a little bit more here. So if I set this guy here to go to music and reduce this guy here. Okay, there we go. Nope, that is not right. All right, let me check the... we have unified chat. There we go. So actually now what I can do is bring this volume up. Bring this down here. Come into my stream. Mute this guy. Come into my headphones, and now I can hear it. Cool. So I think everything's set up. This is a little bit more of a laid-back, relaxed stream. We're basically just going to be going through and learning some new stuff. If it's your first time here, my name is Omar. I'm the founder of Uninbox, and we are building the replacement for email. So if I come here, if you go to uninbox.com, you'll find out a little bit more about what we're doing and where we're going. It's still early stages, still early days, so we still need to kind of build out a lot of stuff and things. But we're in the process of switching from Nextjs to Nextjs. And so, yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that we need to get doing. Let me just go through here. All right, there we go. Get rid of this guy. Cool. So let's get into this then. First thing we're going to be doing is, I have no idea about Nextjs. So obviously, nextjs.com, is that the site? I guess not. Is it not nextjs.com? Let's find, it's nextjs.org. Very interesting. Okay. So yeah, we need to come in here. I'm going to want to have the docs open on the side. What I might do, let me move over to a different space. Which space? This is research. This is stream. Let's do it in here. So it was nextjs.org. Cool. So we want to have the docs open on the side here. It's going to be my first time using Nextjs. So there's going to be a lot of transfer of knowledge over. My main stomping ground is Nextjs, and that's actually what we use for Uninbox, but we're in the process of moving to Nextjs to take advantage of some of the great packages that they have and a bit of a wider library ecosystem than there is available in Nuxt and Vue. So yeah, first things first, we're going to want the docs on the side here. Let me bring up my terminal window. Where is that gone? And my menu bar has decided to die. So let's bring up a new terminal here. Let's go into un. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with create T3. I've heard a lot about it, never used it, but let's kind of see how that goes and figure it out. You guys probably can't see this terminal window. Let's keep enlarging that till it looks suitable. I think that's a good size. Oh, my mouse is really playing up today. Okay, seems like it won't let me resize this. Come on. All right, anyway, let's create a new T3 app. There we go. And let's see what options it prompts us. What will your project be called? Clips. Will you be using TypeScript? Of course we're using TypeScript. Tailwind, yes. Would you like to use TRPC? Yes. What authentication provider would you like to use? This is a good question. Let's check out Nextauth. Yeah, let's go check out Nextauth. I want to see the documentation and see if they've actually added in passkeys properly yet. Okay, it's not in Nextauth. Hey, Ashish, how are you? I hope you are well. How about just try with create next app first and not go with create T3? I mean, the thing is, create T3 is going to install Tailwind. It's going to install TRPC. It's going to install a bunch of stuff that I want anyway. I think my understanding is that it's still fairly bare bones. Like there's nothing crazy in there, but it's just going to save me a bunch of time installing and configuring all of the extra things. And I don't want to spend the whole stream literally just installing stuff. So I think it's a good way just to kind of jump in and get started with things. But if you've had a bad experience with it, or you have another thing that you would rather do, then sure, let me know. So I think let me see, I think they added passkeys. All right, so they did add passkeys here. Experimental, not recommended for production use. That's fine, I used it in production before. It needs Prisma client. Okay, that's a blocker. I don't want Prisma. That's a big pain. Yeah, I don't want to do a Prisma client. It's a shame. I would have rather tried to make this go as fast as possible. Yeah, this is going to be a good question now. What do we want to do if we're not going to go with Auth.js and passkeys? We could set up passkeys manually ourselves. That's not too big of a challenge. We could check if there is a PR for passkeys with Drizzle. What is this one? So let's come and look in the PRs here for passkey. Web thing with storage adapter. I don't think that's going to be the greatest thing that we want. The other alternative that we can do is just temporarily use something else with Nextauth. Maybe GitHub or something else, and just do that, and then we can add passkeys later. So let's just go with Nextauth. We want Drizzle. Would you like to use App Router? What is the App Router? I've heard a lot of people talk about the App Router versus the Page Router. Let's Google that. App Router versus Page Router. Next.js. I just realized as well that this window here is probably way too small for you guys. So I will need to zoom in on everything here. There we go. Here we go. Cool. Blah, blah, blah. Fork in the road. What is the new way of doing things? App Router. So App Router, the structure. Introducing a shift away from traditional structures, App Router adopts a more modular and organized directory. So you have a directory with the page, A layout, login, subfolders, etc. Okay, cool. The pages router is intuitive and effective by adding, sorry, again. There we go. Let's get rid of this crap. The pages router is both intuitive and effective by adding React components to the pages directory. Routes are automatically established. Historically, Nextjs used page directly to automatically generate routes based on file name. Okay. You know what? To do this, I'm going to go to github.com/un/inbox. So what is the root thing here? It comes under either pages or it comes under app. Let's see what's happening currently with uninbox migration. There we go. Cool. So we'll go into web. Yeah, so here we're using app. We're not using pages. Cool. So we'll just go with app. Would you like to use app router? Yes. What database provider would you like to use? This could be a cool project for Torso because we don't have or need a ton of stuff in the database. There's barely any relationships. And it could be a nice learning experience with Torso. So let's go with SQLite. Should we initialize Git repository and stage the changes? Yes. Should we run pnpm install for you? Yes. What import alias would you like to add? All right, cool. Let's get this done now, and then we're going to open that up in code. So we're going to need to get... we're going to need to run some Docker containers. Next step, cd clips, pnpm db push, pnpm dev, git commit m/initial commit. There we go, cool. The new drizzle option. Okay. So let's just go code clips. That's going to open up a VS Code for us. We can move that over to the side here. Let's switch the font size here. Let's have a look at what it's given us here. Cool. So it's given us a database URL. Nextjs. Cool. That's fine. Nextjs Discord provider. Interesting. So first of all, I'm going to need env vault, I think. This says that it's installed and auto-cloaking. You didn't auto-cloak. I literally had my .env file open and it didn't auto-cloak. Oh, there we go. Toggle auto-cloaking. All right, cool. So now actually I can put in env files and not worry about you guys kind of seeing them on the stream or in the recordings. So let's have a look here now at the directory structure. We have a source folder. It's going to be super tiny on your screens. Don't worry about it. The key thing right now is maybe you should worry about it. Goodness me, it's so big on my side. Can shrink this down a bit. There we go. So yeah, we're in the source folder here. We have an app directory, and in here just has a page.tsx and a layout.tsx. The server has API routes. I don't think we're going to want those. It does have the TRPC route, which is great. That's already set up and configured. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. Ah, nice. It also got the authentication stuff in here. Okay, that's pretty cool. So the context is getting the session of the user and is adding into the thing. That's pretty cool. Initialization, this is where this is initializing. Cool, we're using SuperJSON as the transformer. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's go into auth.ts and see what it says. ID is string, that's fine. Auth options, that's perfect. Callback with the session data. Adapter going into Drizzle. And the providers is currently Discord. Yeah, I think this is a pretty nice actual... I think this is pretty cool. So let's follow the rest of the instructions. So it said pnpm db push and pnpm dev. So let's come in here. It's a bit big. Shrink this down again. pnpm db push. Failed. That's not great. Invalid environment variables. Okay, so we need to set the environment variables. I think what I want to do is, I don't want to use Discord. I think I want to use GitHub for this, since this will be essentially a technical preview system. So let's come back here. Let's go to here. Yeah, this is fine. So let's go to GitHub. And then I think, I can't remember where it is. Settings. Code and security, applications. Is it here? No, it's not here. Developer settings. Auth apps. Or is it GitHub apps? Or is it an OAuth app? It is an OAuth app. Okay, so let's do this on Clips local. Especially when I just want to learn Nextjs, I would rather learn the hard way so that I could get the maximum learning. Yeah, I appreciate that, but at the same time, there's... So for me, it's always a case of how much time do I spend learning versus how much time do I spend doing. And I think for engineers as well as any role, it's always important for somebody to work out the cost, the time cost of doing something and the benefits that you will get from that. So for example, if it's going to take you 12 hours to do something, and you're only going to benefit like 1 hour's worth of benefit, then maybe it's not so great. But when you, like if we had just spent the time to set this up, the stream would already be like an hour later, like would already be 1 hour or an hour and a half in. These are all standards. I don't really care so much for a lot of the stuff. TRPC, we're going to be using it anyway. Drizzle, we're using it anyway. Tailwind, we're using it anyway. I've set those up 20, 30 times in other projects. It's saving me just a bit of time. So, yeah. Homepage URL, HTTP, localhost 3000. Application description, local dev for unclips. Authorization callback URL. I need to work that out. Let's come over here. Let's come up to Nextauth. And let's go to providers and GitHub. There we go. Reading through this quickly. Make sure to set the email addresses account permission read only, huh? It doesn't say what the callback URL is. Only allows one callback URL per client ID. Yeah, but what do I set the callback URL to? How do you learn programming? Hey, GDAR code. I think everyone is different. I can't learn unless I'm doing and building. That's why I'm building this right now. That's why I'm doing this mini project, is to actually learn it. if I'm just watching tutorials and reading docs, it just doesn't stick in my brain. I can spend hours and days watching videos and stuff, and it won't stick. So for me, I always have to build something tangible, build something real, and then it kind of sticks in my mind. But I would say try out the different ways and different methods and find the one that works for you and just stick to that. All right, so let's search in here for callback URL. Sign in callback. API auth. I don't think that's the right thing. So let's go back to providers, auth. I mean, is that actually... No, it wouldn't be configured there. So redirects to sign-in page, and then it comes to API auth sign in GitHub. No, that's the next step. So this shows the sign-in page, GitHub, validate. This is the auth server. Sorry, I thought it was the other way around. So then this goes a callback to API auth callback / GitHub. That's not, I mean, that's a bit unintuitive that I, as the user, had to go through and work all of that out. So we're looking at API auth callback GitHub code. So HTTP localhost 3000 / API / auth / callback. Allow this auth app to authorize users via device flow. I don't know. Cool. That's the client ID, client secrets. We're going to need to get those. Application ID. Just upload a new logo quickly. And let's put that one there. What's your day job? It's a very good question. I am a founder of a startup. Yeah. Did I make it a different one? 1E? Close enough. F. That's close enough. Nobody can tell the difference in there. So let's update the application there. We're going to have a client ID here. So let's copy this across. And now we're going to come into here. And I need to go to GitHub client ID. And we're going to put that in there. And we're going to need GitHub client secret. I don't know whose secret that is. Oh, that's just dummy secret. Let me take this off screen quickly. And then I can put in the... Oh, hold on. You guys can look at my face while I do this then. Let's generate the client secret. That's annoying. I gotta use passkey. So yeah, I can code. I just code in a slightly different framework. There's a lot of similarities between the two, but we're in the process of switching frameworks, and that's why I want to basically make sure that we kind of, do things properly. Like, sorry, I want to learn things before we end up completely adopting something, and then I don't know what we're up to and I don't know what's happening. All right, so let's go back to the screens now. So I've added a GitHub client ID, GitHub client secret. A startup of what? We do email. Check it out. You can come over here. If we go back to here and go to uninbox.com. That's not right. Uninbox.com. There we go. We're building a new email system, completely open source. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We've got a lot of stuff planned. Got too much stuff planned, but yeah, we're in the process of switching some stuff over. So check us out. You can sign up and use everything today. Everything currently is built in Next, which is a Vue-based framework, and we're just switching over to Nextjs. All right, so let's come back here now, go to providers. Let's check out the guide on that because it did have a note. GitHub returns a field on account called refresh token expires, which is a number. See the docs. Remember to add this field to your database schema in case you are using an adapter. Well, we'll try it out without it for now. Configuration. When creating GitHub app, make sure to set the email addresses account permission to read only in order to access private email addresses on the thing. Oops. Let's go that way. And then here we're going to come back to GitHub. Advanced. General. I don't see anything for permissions. I don't know. Let's try it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, we can always go for something else. Yeah, I don't see any settings here. So that's fine. Let's come back. Options. GitHub provider comes with a set of default options. You can override any options to suit your use case. So this is what we want to do now is we want to take this block here and replace that in our application. So if we come back here and we go to auth, and then in here, we can replace where it has providers here. Let's just take the GitHub provider, the inner part. And we go like that. I think we're going to need to take env. I think GitHub provider needs to be imported. Oops. GitHub provider. What did we call it? Okay. Okay, I had a misspelling, and that fixed everything. It's a capital H for GitHub. Okay, one thing that we need to do is we need to fix our env file. Next auth URL, that's fine. So this one here will be, oops. GitHub client ID and GitHub client secret. We have those GitHub client ID, GitHub client secret. We can get rid of these, get rid of this comment here. Cool. Let's generate a new secret just so it's clear. We can come in here, paste that in, copy that, and come here and go. Okay, doesn't want to let me do it. Let me take it off screen. And we're gonna paste that in there. And then we come back up there and toggle on auto cloaking again. There we go, cool. How is the migration from Nux to Next going? It's okay, it's cool. It's not too bad. So GitHub client ID. That should be correct, right? Yeah, and GitHub client secret. All right, cool. Let's save those. Actually, I think I have quite a few VS Code windows open. Let me close those just so that they don't end up eating up memory and stuff that we basically need. It's super heavy. Uninbox, like the project itself, is super heavy right now. Let's save all those. Doesn't matter. We'll check them out. Cool. We don't need any more providers, so we can remove this. Let's save that, and now let's do a npm run db push. No, still not happy. Invalid environment variables. GitHub client ID, GitHub client secret, GitHub client ID, GitHub client secret. Did I not save this? And this guy has an error as well. Ah, it's down here. Let's paste those in there. Oh no, that's not the right way. Okay. Cool. Done. Let's run. And yep, now we have our database. Cool. We have a database. Woohoo! That's cool. Let's come into the DB actually and see what is here. In the schema, oh, there's posts, users, or user relations, accounts, account relations, sessions, verification tokens. Okay, I'm cool with that. I need to widen this a bit. I don't know why everything got a bit squashed. Oop. My mouse is acting really weird today. Cool. All right, we are like half an hour in, and we're just getting set up. Cool. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to have a this should be, let's just do it here. This is todo.md. This is a readme. So let's just come in like this. And let's add a bunch of these. Cool. I don't think we need that many. But let's talk about what we're going to do. So what we're building. This will be a H1. Okay. So we are going to build a way to upload and share video clips. In order to do this, a user needs to sign up / sign in. User profile, we can do that later, so that's a later priority. And then upload page. And finally, the viewing page. So if you're familiar with something like Loom or any of these clip sharing systems, it allows you to record a clip, take the video file, and then upload it and share that URL with people so they can also watch the clip that you've uploaded. The reason why I want to do this, I used to be a big user of Loom. I no longer am. The Git repository is initialized. That's fine. I used to be a big user of Loom. I no longer am. I prefer recording my screen recordings in other tools and other things, but they don't have a way to share the files. And so often I then have to go and send a massive file to somebody or go to YouTube and upload a private video for somebody to click on a link and view the stuff that I want to show them. So first things first, we're going to need a sign up flow. We're going to need a sign in. Actually, these pages might generally be already done by the Nextjs stuff, so that's perfectly fine. And then we need an upload page. Then we need a viewing page. I'm just copying exactly what we wrote above, isn't it? But we're going to slot some things in here. So let's move this guy down. Let's move this guy down. Or actually, maybe we don't even need that much more. Well, let's see. For video processing, we're going to be using mux.com. Mux is a great video streaming system. Let's go to documentation. Upload videos. Upload from your web app. Yeah, so they basically have like everything that we need to do video uploading. So let's get the main thing done first, and then we can come in here and see what we want to do. I think actually they do have a good example. Oh, sorry, this is very small for you guys. I do apologize. I always forget to do that. let's look at their example project. Yeah, this one here. Or is it this one? Let's have a look at this project here that they've got as an example. So welcome to Max Plus Next.js. Get started by uploading a video. Let's try this out. So we're going to select a video clip here. Let me go over to movies, on demo clips, and we'll go to whatever. We'll go to inviting users. So one way that we're going to be using this add-on inbox is that the daughter coming to the door. Pasa, Lilo. So yeah, as you can see, you just upload a clip and then it gives you a page that then you can use for this. Give me a second, guys. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. My daughter came up to my office room and really wanted to come in and give me a hug. And she got a little bit sad that she couldn't do that. So, yeah, we were talking about you can upload a video and then you can come through and play it back. Hey there, this is it streams at a good resolution. That's very pixelated right now. I think if we reload the page, it would have processed in a better, higher resolution. There we go. Hey there, this is Omar here from Uninbox. I wanted to give a quick So yeah, it allows you to upload clips and share them easily. And then if we click on this one, no, I don't want to log in. Cool. That's just a Twitter thing. So let's close that out. Cool. So this is what we're effectively building. This is a nice example. So what we might want to do is come back here. And where's the repo for this? There's a deploy, there's a view demo. I don't see a repo. Is there no repo? Their other one is this one, which is quite cool. It could have actually been cool to use this one as a base for our project. What does this do? Yeah, so this is actually released as an open source project. Let's check the license on this. There's no license. Is there a license file in here? There is no license file in here. There are no repo link for all of the Vercel examples. Yeah, that's really interesting. I would have thought they would have had repo links for them. It's a little bit disappointing, really. The reason why I didn't want to go with this one is because this is focusing more on the. If you read here and you have a look here, it's basically doing a lot of the content validation, i.e., to make sure nobody's uploading anything dangerous to your site. So it's basically just like shows you clips, sends stuff, and does testing and verifies, this isn't whatever pornography or something random in there that's coming through, something illegal or whatever it may be. So yeah, we can leave this one out for now. I would like to see. Oh, they have 185 repositories. Jeez. Next video site. Video course starter kit. Nextjs backend example. Let's see this one. No, this is just there. That's cool. So we'll actually be installing this later. We're not going to use that now. Next video site. Is this the one? I don't know. It's weird. But you can find the code in GitHub. Yeah, let me go back to here. So this is the Max video starter. GitHub Max Links video course starter kit. Maybe this one. You could be right. Let's check that out. No, that actually looks like a full-on course. Yeah, that looks like a full-on course. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like seriously, Vercel. Like there's no link to the GitHub repos. If you're on Twitter, follow me. Let's come up to the top here and say add Vercel. Why is there no GitHub repo link to all the Next.js templates? As someone diving into Next.js, it would be super helpful to check the sources without having to install the templates. Done. Cool. Let's now move this one back over to my other monitor. You found it. Russell, next tree canary examples with Max Video. Thank you very much, kind person. Let me copy that. All right, cool. Thank you very much for finding this. So they do have it in here. It's just, it would have been cool if there was actually a direct link instead of us having to discuss it for 5 minutes and work it out. Execute, create next app with PNPM, create an account in Max, blah, blah, blah. We're going to need to do all of our Max stuff. They don't have any kind of authentication or anything on here. Do they actually use Max Next? They don't. Oh, see, now this is super interesting. Because they're just using Max Node without Max Next. So maybe this isn't even the best example to give. If we come back over here to... we lost it. Let's just go to max.com. Docs and tools, documentation. Down here, web frameworks, Nextjs. So yeah, in here they actually have their own package, Next Video. Oh no, that's Next Video. Oh yeah, it is. It's maintained by Max. Are they using that? No. Interesting. So they're not even using the full-on things here. They're just like, that's a custom. That's a React component, so maybe that's something then that we can take advantage of. If we open up the repo for the other example, was it in this one? Here. I've lost where we were. Let's come back here. They had somewhere with examples. There we go. Let's open this in a new link. And this one here, stream.new. Let's have a look at what they're using in this one here. Package.json. Wow, that's a lot more dependencies. So here is Max Node, Max Player React, Max Uploader, Max Video React. Okay. This is, again, very interesting to me that they're not actually using their own proper package, Nextjs. Use the API in our components. Okay, so maybe that's just if you want static videos on your site. Let's check this out. Allowing users to upload videos to your app. That kind of sounds like what we want to do. So we would need to install this one and this one. Max Player. So we need to install this. Okay. You will need to select one of the packages. Blah, blah, blah. Both examples will automatically update the player. You can always anchor the package to a specific version. Okay, so there is a Max Player React. And there's a whole React component. Okay, so that's what they're using. So I was incorrect. Adaptive controls, we don't need that. Color for your brand, we don't need that. Cool. And this one here, the upload component. And it said that there's a React version. So React, first install it, then import it, then add the JSX. Nice. Cool, so let's first of all get things set up with a user. We're gonna need to increase this a little bit. So we're going to need to create a RPC route. This will be get upload endpoint. And then we're going to need the upload component. Then we're going to need to do check upload status. And then we're going to need to have a viewing page. Let's actually bring up one of these empty ones and let's say upload page. And let's bring these guys below. Let's bring another one like this. And we're going to say here, this needs to allow add title / description. And then we're going to have the viewing page. This will do the Mux player. It's also then going to show, maybe we can do number of views. It should be something easy to look out for. What else do we want to do? Comments. If we get time, maybe comments. Comments. If we get time. And that's it. Cool. So this is all that we need to do. It's not too complicated. Ah, that's annoying. Cool. Let's save that like that then. No idea what happened here. Cool. There we go. All right. Yeah, let's continue now. So first things first is we're going to need the pages. Let's start up the dev server and see what it says. Did we need to do anything else? We did db push. Now we just need to do dev. Cool. So we can actually just put in dev here. Okay, we can't do dev because that's for an inbox project. Localhost 3000. It's not a good start, is it? Oh, okay, it was still going. All right, cool. So yeah, we have a sign-in. Interesting, okay. Cool. Let's go back and go back. I don't want to sign into GitHub here. Although I might need to. Sign in with a passkey. This is why I love passkeys and why I really wanted to get this done with passkeys, because I don't need to put in any username or password stuff. I can just click sign in with passkey, verify with my Face ID, and that's it. Face ID doesn't like the cap in the microphone. There we go. So I'm going to authorize McPizza0 and it should redirect me back. There you go. Cool. So hello from TRPC, logged in as McPizza0. Do we have Drizzle Studio actually? We probably do not. So let's come into our package JSON. We need to open up, we need to do a separate command for Drizzle Studio. No, we don't need to update that now. pnpm run db studio. And that opened up here. I'm going to open that in Arc and open that in Stream window. Cool. So let's zoom in here. So there's one account. We can see an account is GitHub, auth provider, access token, bearer, scope. And it created one user with the name of McPizza, with an email address, with an avatar as well. Is that an avatar URL? Yes, I took my avatar. Nice. Cool. So let's look at the database structure then and start to create what we need to do. I'm going to make this very bare bones and simple right now, and we can always fix it up later on. So we'll leave posts. I don't really care about that so much. Let's come down to the bottom here. Or actually, because this is a... Let's take... Let's take... Let's take this. Cool. So let's come in here. Let's put that in. We're going to call this here clips. And this will be clips. We'll call this here owner. Well, that's fine. We'll leave it as user ID. That will be a reference to the user ID above. It's not null. References users.id. Don't need type. Don't need provider. Actually, so what we might want to do is let's get rid of all of that. Max ID. Oops. So that will be max ID is there. Title. Didn't do it again. Title. We'll set this one here just to something low, like 64. Description. And then we probably want a timestamp. How are we properly creating timestamps? There we go. We'll do a created at. This one here should also have an ID. What are we using here? Oh, okay. IDs are just text. I don't like that. We'll just put in an ID here. Get rid of this compound key. We'll have an index on the user ID. We'll also have an index on the max ID. Cool. So, yeah. Now we have our table. Do we need anything else? We said actually the number of views. So let's come over to here. Let's go to Drizzle. Not Drizzle Studio. Drizzle ORM. Let's check out what the column types are. For not Postgres, SQLite. Cool. Integer. Is it just integers? Big int. How big is a big int? I don't think we need a big int. So let's check how big the SQLite int column max value. Integer data type. Blah, 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 8 bytes. The signed integers can range from... That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, well, I don't think we need that much, isn't it? I think we're fine with integers. So let's create one here, views, and this will be an int. Views default 0. Should also be not null. I think this one might initially be null, actually. Or actually, no, that's fine. We can create it when the user goes to the upload page and then handle it from there. I'm just going to go away for a second. Give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's push to the DB now. I wish these could be side by side. I'm actually gonna quit out of this and close this guy, and then create a side by side here. Is that what I wanted to do? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. PNPM dev. PNPM DB push. So it's complaining that I have a count here. Can't create an index with the same name. So let's put that in there. Oop. Cool. On this should be clips. See, it should be clips. We didn't set up the relationships actually. Probably want to do that. So the relationship to the clip will be one user, and it's going to take the user ID and it's going to reference users.id. Cool, that's fine. This page cannot be found. That's perfectly fine. All right, so I'm signed in. What we want to do now is let's create some pages. Cool. So this, I guess, is this page here. Okay. Yeah, this is this page here. Let's duplicate this for now. Duplicate. And I want to call one dashboard. Cool. So now we have a file called dashboard. I don't think we need let's go to the next docs. Next docs. Here we go. So project structure, top level folders, so app, pages, public, etc. Or in source app. Okay, so yeah, we're using the source directory. That's the app router and that's the pages router. Let's go to app router. Cool. So in app router, we can have, that's correct actually. I just made a big error, isn't it? So what I want to do is come in here and say new file. I'm going to call this dashboard / page.tsx. Cool. So now I have my page.tsx here. That's cool. Let's check this out. In version 13, Nextjs introduced new app router built on React Server components. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. All right, so by essentially then just creating the different folders, then we have the different route paths, or the route segments as they're calling it here. Okay, that's cool. To create a nested route, you can nest folders inside of each other. For example, you can rest blah, 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 blah. Cool. So page is the unique UI of a route, and make route publicly accessible. Not found. Okay, so we might need that. Cool. So in the dashboard thing as well, then we're going to want a new file, and we're going to call this upload / page.tsx. So that will be our upload page. What we might also want then is a new file in here and call this clip page.tsx. And also in the root of the thing here, we're going to want a new file, and we're going to call this one here clips or clip/page.tsx. I want to check this last one because what we need is we need a dynamic route. So is there anything here about dynamic routes? Dynamic routes, cool. Let's go to there. A dynamic route segment can be created by wrapping a folder's name in square brackets. Okay. All right, so in here we need to create a new folder. We're going to call this here clip ID. Going to close that. And I think then this one will be in there. And we're probably going to want the same thing here. So let's copy this and paste it into here. Cool. Done. So that's dynamic routes. So this will essentially be our folder structure. For public viewing, people will go to the top level domain /clip/the clip ID, and then they get the page where they can read, or where they can watch the clip. For logged in users, they can go to their dashboard. They have a separate upload page. The dashboard main page will just show a list of all of their clips. And then if they click into a clip, it will be a similar page to this one, except that then they'll be able to edit it and set permissions on it. That's actually a good thing that we forgot here. We need to have on here public. This will be a Boolean. Default to true. Type not null has Where did I import from? No, we don't want from there. Is there Boolean here? Is there no Boolean? Does SQLite not have Boolean? Real text blob Boolean. It does have a Boolean. Oh no, SQLite does not have a native Boolean data type. Yet you can specify integer on the column to be in a Boolean mode? What? Is this serious? Okay. Why is everyone raving about this? It doesn't... Is there anything here that's already using it? I guess not. That's super interesting. Public. Should be an int. Can I add a default to this? I don't know whether I let's try this. So I guess if it's 1, it'll be truthy, right? Argument of type 1 is not a okay. Well, at least Drizzle fixed that. So true. And this should be a not null. Cool. Oops. So now let's come here and let's db push. SQL constraint foreign key. Foreign key constraint failed. Huh. Why did the foreign key constraint fail? Where is the migration schemas? Where's the relationship stuff? Declaring relations. Okay, so we can do it with the relations tables system here. Or this references keyword here. Okay, let's remove this one here. Where is it? Nope, still not happy. Table clips has 9 columns, but 8 values were supplied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we have anything here that's wrong? Let's get rid of this. Why do I have a feeling it's this column here? It's not that column. I'm not happy with the database. Let's just delete it and start again. Okay. Okay, now we have everything working fine. Cool. Let's close out of the schema. That wound me up a little bit. Let's come back here now and let's go back to here. So we have the we've created all the routes and stuff that we need. We're still going to obviously need to create all the TRPC endpoints. Catch-all segments can be made optional by including a parameter in double square brackets. For example, will also match /shop. Okay, no, I don't think we want to do that. That's cool. Parallel routes, no idea what those are. Intercepting routes, no idea. Pages. All right, so by default, like every page just exports the default export default function page. Is that how it is? Cool. We can do that. So let's save that there and close, save, close, save. Oh, we could have actually gotten rid of this crap up here. And save and close. All right, the auth server, I don't think we need that open right now. We don't need this one or this one. So yeah, cool. So now we have our various pages. The first page that users are going to go to, actually I need to remove this one here. This will be deleted. Move to trash. Cool, so this right now, let's focus on our dashboard page. If we come back here and go to 3000, and we go to and go to dashboard. Yeah, cool. All right, we have dashboard page. Woohoo! Let's see, what do we want to do? do we want to install a theme just to make our lives a bit easier? Or do we just want to go with Nextjs and create some simple stuff? I think Nextjs is fine. Nextjs. Okay, let's go to getting started. This is not a component library. Okay. Installation. I don't want to create a next app. Oh, why do they do this? Or maybe I can just do this. PNPM. Pew, pew. Will this work? Ooh. Style? Are there different styles? I don't see anything about the style. Let's just stick with the default for now. Which color would you like to use as the base color? Would you like to use CSS variables for colors? I don't know what this all means. I don't know what it means. It's like that's project initialization complete. Okay, cool. So we've installed Nextjs. Let's go back into here. I use Inter as the default font. Inter is not required. You can replace it with any other font. Here's how I configure Inter for Nextjs. Import the font in the root layout. So in order to have a root layout, there's the root layout here. Cool. Let's reduce this width a little bit, like this. And we can also bring this guy here. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we have... Oh, we do have it. Oh, it's already there. And this is already there. So let's import CN from there. I know, let's move this up. Move this up. Cannot find libutils. Okay, this is now my first React noob error. Is libutils like a Nextjs TRPC, Nextjs TypeScript thing? Do I have to create it? I mean, I see here is lib, and here is utils. Oh. So I guess somewhere here in the next config, when I was setting up Next, it did ask me what import alias I wanted, and I just went with the default. So maybe I also need to do this and save that, and then maybe that will now recognize as well if I use the @ symbol. It does. Cool. Okay. So I fixed that issue. Cool. Let's go back now to Shadi. Come back in here. So then we're going to do export default function. Root layout. Why is this sidebar so big? Root layout, children, root layout props. Why is this different to what I have? All right, class name. Okay, I see it now. So we're just switching up from this one here. It's actually exactly the same. Why am I doing all this? Let's go back to how it was. Cool. TRPC React provider with children. Wow, there's so much random stuff in here. I have no idea what the hell it is. Let's change this one here to unclips. Upload and share video clips with the world by un. All right. Okay. Cool. So we should now have the ShadCN stuff in there. Is that correct? I think everything is fine here. Blah, blah, blah. Configure theme extend font family in Tailwind config. Tailwind config.ts. Theme extend. It's colors, animation. We don't have a font family in here. Cool. So create T3 included inter, but then didn't actually do inter. All right. Actually, we can get rid of this one and just change this to an import. Is everyone happy here? Yeah, everyone's happy here. Cool. What else do we need to do? The app structure. Here's how I structure my Next.js apps. You can use this as a reference. So components. Cool. We have an underscore components now, which I need to work out why there's an underscore components and not just a normal components. So this is the one that was actually created by ShadCN. That's cool. Just sounded like my ceiling was going to crash down on me. So yeah, the thing UI. So let's do that. I like that schema UI. Let's create a folder UI, and then just the rest of the stuff in there as well. So lib has utils. Let's check out utils. Cannot find module CSLX or oh. Tailwind merge. Really? Who created this file? That's a bit annoying. Why are you not happy? Didn't we just install this? Yes. Happy now? It's happy. All right. I place UI components in components UI. The rest of the components on the page have main. The lib folder contains all the utility functions where I define the CN helper. The styles folder contains a global CSS. Do we have a styles folder? We do. And it does have a global CSS in here. That's fine. Cool. That's it. You can now start adding components to your project, such as npx blah, blah, blah. Cool. So let's do that. Let's add the button. We're going to want to come in here and say, hey, I don't want to mispronounce your name. I'm going to call you OG, if that's all right with you. Hey, OG, how's it going? John. John. Hey, John, how's it going? We're doing well here. We're just experimenting and learning some new stuff. Cool. So we have the button here. Okay, we found it in the end. I appreciate that. Doing well. How about you? I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't understand anything either. I'm just kind of going through the motions here. But yeah, it's you know me from Peer. Oh no, that's super interesting. Welcome. Yeah, I only recently started jumping into development, and it's been an interesting journey to learn development and then start to expand my development knowledge. Yeah, I never thought I'd be learning to code while getting closer to 40, but here we are. So you work for Deal. Oh, that's great. We use Deal. We use Deal. It's pretty cool. For those of you on the stream who don't know what Deal is, Deal allows you to very easily, and I mean very easily, globally hire people from across the world for your company. Whether it's contractors or full-time employees. As a founder, it really removes a lot of stress and headache from the work that you have to do. It also ensures that you're fully safe and compliant on stuff, and it actually ends up working out significantly better for your team people as well. So if you ever want to hire anyone, check out Deal. I wouldn't do it any other way, and I have done it the other way before. So let's just say I would never do that again. I'm just going to ignore this TS error. Expect error. Is this not a TS error? Let's come in here. Okay, it's an ESLint rule. There we go. I see you guys, what you are doing. I appreciate it. You're watching us closely, are you? Yeah, we're making some big changes now. We're about to go through essentially unlocking our next phase for Uninbox. In order to launch Uninbox very fast and very quickly, if we go back to Uninbox, where's Uninbox? There we go. So in order to launch Uninbox fast and quick, I built it in the coding language that I knew, which is Vue.js. And Vue.js is just one of the many flavors of JavaScript kind of frameworks and systems that you can build. The challenge is that it's not as flexible. It doesn't have as many things as other stuff. And so we launched with that, knowing that we'll probably have to change over sooner rather than later. And we decided basically enough people in the community kept on asking us, hey, I want to help out. I want to contribute, but you guys are not using React, and React is the bigger of all of the frameworks. If we do a comparison of Vue versus React, can we get a nice graph? Can we get a nice graph somewhere? Will this have a graph? No, I don't think anyone's going to have a graph here. But basically, it's about 10 times as popular as Vue, and more people know it. And so it makes it easier for others to contribute if our code is also based on React rather than just solely based on Vue. So yeah, we're transitioning over to React, and as part of that, I need to learn some of the stuff and nuances with it. And so I'm just creating a mini project right now, which may later on be integrated into the product. But this is right now separate from our main product, Uninbox. And this here, I'm just calling it Unclips. And Unclips allows you to upload recorded videos or screen grabs to a website, get a URL, share that with somebody. So it's kind of the second part of the Loom experience, i.e. we don't do the video recording, but instead there's somewhere else. So if you have other video recording tools, or if you record something with your phone, you can just upload it and share the things. So I'm just doing this as a bit of a learning experiment. What makes the product different than Gmail or Outlook? That is a superb question. I actually love that question, and I don't have the perfect answer yet. I'm still working on some of the messaging and some of the things. But the key thing is that we are like a collaborative productivity chat app that works with email instead of tasks. So if you've used anything like ClickUp or Linea or Monday.com or anything like that, and how you organize and structure your work with tasks and things like that, imagine instead of the tasks, it's your email conversations and it's your email threads. So Slack and Gmail together. Yeah, that could be a good way to look at it. I previously worked at ClickUp. I led the automations and integrations teams there for product and engineering. And so I'm bringing a lot of like my knowledge of the space from there. And there's a few apps that kind of cover some of the similarities, like a similar space to a degree. One of them is front.com, and Front is designed for like customer support and customer service. It's still kind of emails, but the idea is that it's a shared inbox, and that's the main focus of it. We're taking it a little bit further in the sense that we don't actually have inboxes. Pardon me, sorry. You just create spaces and you organize your messages, and the message is fluid enough to be in multiple places and as many people as you need involved in the conversation. Front.com covers like some of the things that we're going to do. Let's have a look at their stuff. So if you think of like shared inbox experience, if you've ever had that, you get a very similar thing with on inbox. One of the differences is that you also get the conversational stuff. No, I don't want to show that. Give me 1 second. Trying to not show anybody's emails. There we go. So yeah, this is on inbox right now we're looking at. So do I have somebody else in this thing here? I do. So here we go. We have a team. So I can start a new conversation with the team. Pizza on Friday. And right now the experience is, like, from a UI point of view, is not very optimized. The UX is pretty bad. We haven't done a lot of stuff yet because we're still working through some things. But let me go through to... Give me 1 second. I can come through here. Go to our demo workspace. There we go. So yeah, here we can see there's a conversation between internal and external people. It works very similar to a chat-like experience, chat app, but it has the level of email. You can send emails, but you can also post internal comments. So this here is an internal comment to people. Only internal people get to see this. We also strip away a lot of the rubbish related to emails. So if I come back to here, this here is an external person. This is me sending from outside. You can see via my external email address. And what we do is we strip away a lot of the things like signatures. We don't need that in every single email, so it's attached to the contact instead. And you can see here then that the email is nice and clean versus having all of the random crap attached. We do the same thing with attachments. I don't have one here. We have one here. So all of the attachments in a conversation are moved to one separate place where then you can quickly view and browse everything separately. Yeah, and this is just the start. Like, we're gonna be crazy. I say Zapier-like automations for people who like automation stuff. So yeah, there'll be Zapier-like automations for if an email comes in and it contains these keywords, what do you want to do with it? Or if an email comes in on a Sunday afternoon, you know, or who should actually allow you to email in and email out, etc. Have you checked Pylon? I'd suggest you check this product. Yeah, cool. Let me check it out. Pylon. Whoop. I've got my keyboard off to the side. Email. All right. Yeah. So this is another good example here. We will have like a lot of support use cases as well. It's definitely something we're like deeply thinking about because we're using it for our own support use cases as well. But the experience, I think, is going to be like, rather than just kind of this level of thing, I think we're going to be going to a larger system overall. And we'll find ways to integrate it with different things. Like, it's still young, it's still early. We could end up going in a million directions, or we could end up focusing down on one thing or another. So yeah, Pylon actually looks super cool. I'm going to check it out and watch the demo off stream. But yeah, they will definitely building out for a lot of these use cases, including in-app support and things like that. Like, that's one of my key things that I want to get done at the end of this year, is that we have in-app support. But yeah, the idea is to actually, the crazy idea, this is the vision, the long-term vision. The vision is actually Google Workspace. To put it like raw, the vision is Google Workspace. But yeah, that's a longer term vision for the future. And basically take on each item, email, documents, everything, and rethink how it's done in a modern way. Because despite the fact that Google Docs came out some years ago, I think there's still a lot of gaps in there. And we've seen products like Notion come up and take up a lot of space, a lot of benefits from there. But yeah, I highly appreciate what you do and wish you success somewhere. I thank you very much, John. I really appreciate it as well. Thank you for the kind words. Okay, so getting back to the code, we have installed ShadCN. We've installed the ShadCN button. I'm leaving here for now. Take care. Well, pop in anytime. If you want to have a chat or want to have a demo walkthrough, let me know, John. You can email me, omar@uninbox.com. And yeah, otherwise, take care and have a great afternoon or morning, depending which part of the world you're in. So, going back to ShadCN now. We've created the button. Actually, I think I've got 2 tabs open here. So yeah, we created the button. That's the button there. How do we use the button? We just import it, and then we create a variant button. Okay, let's do that. So let's come into our dashboard page here. Is that correct? No, is this not correct? React land. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. I knew it was something, I just couldn't work out which one it was. Yay! Okay, cool. So let's put in, oops. Let's put that at the top there, and then we just want a button with a variant button, and the button is just going to say button. JSS expressions must have one parent element. Div, let's close that div, and move this guy down there. Cool. So now if we come back to here and we go to, this is the dashboard page. Didn't I save this? Ew. Hold on. Is there anyone here who's a Nextjs expert? Like, why? Oh, okay. Now it's reloading. Okay, cool. There we go. That button is massive. Let's change the variant a bit. Let's see what options we have in variants. Cool. We have default, destructive. Wow. Ghost. Okay. We have link, outline, secondary. Okay. Secondary is just the thing. And default is black. Okay. I think this is easy enough. Yeah. Let's start to create some stuff then. Let's come in here into the layout. Do we want to create a header layout? Yeah, I guess we could in this layout here. Let's create a, let's put this on a new line. This will be class name, now that we're in React land. And this will be flex row. Let's give this a height of 24. No, let's go 12. BG slate 900, and let's just put in here hello. Cool. Okay, that does work. All right, so this then will be the main layout for everything. No, I don't think we actually need the height in here. Let's add in here then justify between. And now let's come in here. All right, so we're gonna go to that. Let's put that in. Cool, so we got unclips and we got login. Let's take the button from where we had it in dashboard. You can close that guy out. Come to our layout here. And let's do a thing here. Flex row, gap dash 4. And then we're going to have two buttons. We're going to have one that says upload. And we're going to have another one that says sign out. And this one here will be destructive. Okay, we need to import that. Destructive. And now if we save that, we've got two buttons here, upload and sign out. Cool. Items center. Gets them nice and centered. I don't think we need this guy here. And we don't need this guy here. Okay, now let's add a bit of padding to this one. It's a bit much, so let's do PY4 and PX2. I always get these mixed up. Oh, that's the other way around. Cool, that looks a lot better, looks a lot neater. We've got a full thing here. That's cool. All right, so the upload will need to take the user to the dashboard upload page. Let's check out the Nextjs docs and see how we do linking. So linking and navigating. Using the link component, use router hook, using the redirect function. Does Shadcn have anything related? Here we go. You can use the button variants helper to create a link that looks like a button. ¿Qué? So either I create a link that looks like a button, or I create a button as a child of a link. I mean, for me, I think this one here makes more sense. I like to clearly have my buttons as whatever it may be. So let's come here, put that in, and put this as upload. And this should go to dashboard. /upload. Cannot find link. Do we need to import link? Sorry, I come from a land down under. I come from Next, where everything is auto imported. All right, so let's come into our upload page and say hello, upload. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna move this out. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, cool. That's nice. All right, so now if I click on upload, it takes me to the upload page. Cool. All right. That is cool. Let's go back now to dashboard. Oh. Done. All right, nice. So now we're on the dashboard, and then if I click that, let's do the sign out. Do we have sign out here actually? We do. We do. So let's come back to here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this again. Yeah. Ooh, that was smart, but we don't need this. We just go like that. Save that. Can we add the variant here? We can. Destructive. Did that work? ¿Por qué no? Why didn't this work here? This is interesting. Getting a message from someone saying, I haven't had any breaks during your stream. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, we've been going for a couple of hours now. I do appreciate it. I actually couldn't get the chat for Algora working. It just wouldn't load on my side, so I can't unfortunately check the chat for Algora. So I do apologize for that. Okay, so I need to go back to the docks. Let's come back to here. That's not the right one. Here, I can close that guy out from there. Yeah, so that didn't work. Ooh, icons. Yes, we want icons. What is the icon? I don't like Lucid React. It is installed. React children only expected to receive a single child element. That's fair. But it's not taking the styling that I wanted. So I wanted a variant of destructive. However, it has not decided to do this. What am I doing incorrect here? So button variant outline. Like this should have worked. Oh, that worked. But destructive does not work. Default, it does not work. Do I have something in here that's maybe... Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. There we go. Now it works fine. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay, so I was just chasing my tail. Turns out it was working all along. We have the nice hover states. This one here doesn't have a hover state, but that's perfectly fine. I don't know. Like, can we... Let's go to Lucid icons. Icones. React. React type, like, is it giving? Let's see. Let's sign out. Oh my god. This is hard drive upload. I think that's just an easier way to do it, isn't it? Cool. So we have upload and we have sign out. Great. I think the app is done. The app is finished. I think it's a great success. Everything is fine and good. Got nowhere near as far as I thought I was going to get, which is always super interesting to end up in a situation of. I think we've been going for a couple of hours now, and so far it's okay. I've been asking some absolutely random questions on Twitter recently, and yeah, there's some cool people out there. I found John. Yeah, I've been asking some random questions out there, like what's the best UI library, and what's the best auth package. And the number of answers is always really interesting. Like there's been a lot of people answering the questions with cool stuff. So I've been learning so much. But yeah, cool. I'm going to take a 5-minute break or a 3-minute break, stretch my legs, stretch my arms back, drink some water, and then I will be back. So don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. We're back sooner. Well, kind of by a few seconds or by a few minutes sooner than I said. All right, so right now then we have the upload page. We can go to the upload page. I think a next logical step for us to do, let's close out this layout for now. We don't need that. This is the upload page. We'll leave the main heading page for right now, and we'll also leave this. So we have this one is done. This one is done since like they were kind of already there. Let's now do the upload page. So here, the user will be creating a new upload. And what we want to do now is we want to wrap this all here. Oops. Wrap in a div. And we're going to give this a class name of flex col gap. This is main page, so we're going to give it a gap of 8. We're going to give it a padding of 8. And a width of full. All right, so then here now we're going to say, let's refresh that. Cool. Yeah, it's maybe a bit much. Let's do padding 4. Let's come in here and let's say upload a new clip. And what we want to do is class name here, and we're going to go to font, not font, sorry, text, semi-bold. It is font. I always mix those up. Cool. So now we have uploaded a new clip. That's fine. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have some inputs. So let's go back to shadcn. And does shad have a input? It does indeed. Let's copy this. pnpm. Pew. Let's add that. Cool. And I did also see a form. Forms are tricky. They are one of the most common things you will build in a web application, but also one of the most complex. Well-designed HTML forms are well-structured, semantically correct, easy to use and navigate, accessible with ARIA, attributes and proper labels, has support for client and server-side validation, well-styled and consistent with the rest of the application. In this guide, we'll take a look at building forms with React Hook Form and Zod. Okay, Let's not do this here. Let's make this page, the upload page, just simply a drag and drop for a new clip. Let's make it super easy for users. So in order to do this page here, let's come back here now. So our upload page, we're going to do this. We're going to have the upload component, and this guy here will be on the viewing page. Cool. So I think then this is where we're going to need to start to look at the muck. Let's open up this sidebar. Use the API in our components for full control. If you're looking to build your own radio workflow. Yeah, so we already opened up actually the Mux player. So we need to install this for React. So we want the player and we want the uploader as well. Cool. Okay. So now we want to copy this guy over. We come back to our import page. We're going to come here. That should work. And then we're basically then going to put the Mux uploader. And now when we save this and we come back to here, nice. We have a full component. We can just click, select a video. Cool. That's super handy. I don't like the styling of it. Max Uploader takes care of rendering a file selector, uploading your video file, displaying progress, updates to user, and handling retries and more. Oh, that's super cool. The only one required attribute must set to upload the endpoint attribute. So this guy should technically have an endpoint. Okay. You can generate a sign direct by making a server-side API call to create direct upload. Cool. I mean, it is a bit ugly, right? Customizing the appearance. Here we go. With sensible styling types, just for work, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to do CSS hacks. Oh, we can use Tailwind. Hooray! So let's copy this guy over. Cool. Let's copy their example. I think we need that. Let's come in here and put that in. Cool. Let's save this, and now let's go back and see how it looks. Nice. Okay. So now we've got full control over all of this. I do like that. Class name hidden. Okay. Okay. So this is just linking now the uploader with the uploader drop. Cool. Drop a file clip here. Save that. I don't like this border. You know what? That's fine. Let's get that a bit darker. Let's set border to 2. Let's just do border 1. Let's get rid of the shadow. Cool. We don't need italic. Can even make this a bit lighter. No, we can't. And then here now we have a button. Should we use a Nextjs button here? I think that would be cool. Let's go back to our layout. Let's find our nice buttons. Let's come back to Nextjs. Let's take a simple button. Come into here and let's replace this. Okay, that does still work. Okay. We can get rid of this one here. Flex. Ah, no, we can't do that. Not here. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Flex, call, gap 4. There we go. This guy here, we remove this margin bottom. There we go, nice and clean. So we can pick a file, or we can also come down to Finder and then just pick like any random file. And then it should say, no, that didn't work. Huh. Maybe it only works with videos? Nope, the dropping isn't working. Here's a little code I wrote. Okay, so dropping isn't working. Dropping is not working. Could it be because we don't have the right endpoint in there? I don't think this is registering as a drop area correctly. Let's come back here. So here's the drag and drop. Max uploaded drop is available for drag and drop functionality. It works like a div or other container element in the sense that you can style it and populate it with whatever children you see fit. I mean, let's see what happens actually. Like if I pick a file, maybe I should actually open up here, pick a file. Let's do real-time 1. That worked. But the button has disappeared. Interesting. I don't like that. That's going to need a lot of work to fix all of that. So this only shows up while it's uploading, and then hangs around for a few seconds after, and then is done. This drop guy here doesn't work. The file select doesn't hang around. So we basically have to we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff. If we come back now to their demo site, which I think we had open earlier. Not this one, not this one. Is this the one? No. This one? No. This one? Oh, there's so many things here. Let's go back to Mux Inc. actually, I think they had the examples in here. Here, and then example project. And then we come here, down to the bottom, this one here, view project. Cool, so this is the one then I wanted to see how they're handling their upload. So they go into pages. Okay. So they are using Max Uploader. Cool. Wow, they got a lot of stuff going on here. Oh. I think this is going to need a bit more of a deep dive, and it's a Sunday afternoon, and I suddenly got hit with a level of tiredness. So I think I might cut this here and then might come back to it a bit later on. Maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. And since there's very few of you actually watching, because nobody says hello anymore, you break my heart, then I'll come back once I've kind of read up a little bit more about how this is working, because it looks actually that there's a lot of stuff here. So there's callback functions that we need to maybe think about, which is pretty cool. The create upload endpoint, they're probably just hitting the API. Yeah, they're getting from the API and upload URL. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll look at this, get a little bit more information about it, and then kind of dive into it a little bit more, and then we can come back and rebuild this another time, since we've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm over here, by the way. But yeah, I think that's enough for one day. Thank you all for joining in. I hope you have the rest of your weekend pretty good and relaxed and enjoyable. But for me over here now, yeah, I suddenly feel very, very tired. So it's too late to have a coffee. I will catch you all another time.